Last time on Cryptopolis, we worked through AI learning, deep mob learning as it's called. We completed all of the quests in this line. We also completed the chapter challenges for chapter 3, and we got ourselves the ability token allowing a creative flight. Look at us go. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in the last episode with deep mob learning is you do not need to get these two self-aware tier. You can see right here that this is 72% accurate now, and that is because I've been running predictions while we're just waiting. And as this thing goes up and up and up running predictions, this accuracy will go up as well, and we're collecting ourselves some ender pearls. We're also collecting ourselves the agglomeration, I believe it's called. No. This stuff. Prediction. Generalized ender prediction. This is going to be useful later. We'll look at that later. The crafting recipes, we can actually make ender pearls with emeralds, snowballs, and slime balls. We can make a nether star with soul sand and 2 wither skeleton skulls. We can make chorus fruit, and we can make endstone. It's pretty nice. Think it's something we're going to find very, very useful in the future. In between episodes, we've been a little bit busy. They changed with the update to the pack how you can get tin, aluminum, and lead, and I have since put down pulverizers and induction smelters, pulverizing the lead, smelting it, the same with tin and aluminum. We now have ourselves 33,000 lead, 34,000 tin, and 34,000 aluminum. I did take down these drawers. I did process all of this. I had to take and put the blocks that we were crafting into the crusher. And unfortunately, we cannot automate the arc furnace. The crusher, I had this come down, I disconnected this line, and I put a couple of pulverizers, one of which I have down there, making redstone for us right now. And then these 3, I didn't have them hooked up to this system, I utilized them up here. And we processed all of the things. The reason that you cannot automate the arc furnace is because of the graphite electrodes. There is no way to actually automatically put new ones in here. I also tried enchanting these in creative to see if I could get unbreaking on these, and you can't. I was going to go through the rigmarole over here. Glad I tested it first, but I put a hopper here. I put it going into the side. This input right here is for this part right here for things like silver when we're making electrum, or coke dust when we're making steel. This side right here is your primary input, which is these guys right here. Your primary output, which are these 6 slots right here, go to the front of the machine, and this secondary output goes to the back of the machine, which we can automate all of that. And I actually have some slag in here. The only thing that we cannot do is the graphite electrodes. So this arc furnace, now that we're into thermal series, is almost null and void. We're still going to leave it because I do like to throw things in it, and I love to watch this thing work and spit the metals into this little basin here, and it's just a cool visual. I wish that the author of Immersive Engineering would change the way that we do the graphite electrodes. There used to be a way. Used to be able to put like a hopper or whatever right here on the center. They did change that. I can't remember when, but it has been changed. Looking in our quest book, we don't have a lot of things left to do. We have some either Nature's Aura or Mechanism. We have some AE2 to do. We have Powa, which is a fun mod to play around with. And then we have the, what is this? Extended crafting. Getting down to the block of blocks, the gear of gears, and the dust of dusts. And then we have this right here, crafting the cryptic infinity, which is the end of the game. We need a bunch of blocks, a couple of dusts of dust, and 2 gears of gears. We also need the singularity, which is a bunch of items pumped into a matter condenser. We will get into all of that later. Today, however, is going to be the first time that I actually do not want to work on the quest book. I want to do some work around the base. And you will see behind me a neat little chest called an ender chest from Ender Storage. This is obviously different than your standard ender chest. You can see that it has 3 white lines up here. It's got some gold, looking a little bit different than your standard ender chest. This guy right here, which we could make, but we don't need to. This is a neat little mod, very powerful, very simple mod, and what we can do is craft up a couple of these real quick and show you guys the power of this mod. Now that we have access to blaze rods and ender pearls from our predictions, deep learning, and we have obsidian being made, we can make these. Now what makes these pretty neat is they are just like an ender chest. They are linked together. You see that both of them open. You see that redstone dust is coming in here, and that is because I actually have an ender chest right here connected to the system. This is pumping things into it, and then I have an ender chest all the way over there that the pulverizer is pumping into. What is really neat about these is you can change the channels with these 3 white lines and some dye. We can simply make this one a white, red, white, and now there's nothing in here. If I put red dye in here, we'll have red dye in here. It can go a step further, and you can even place a diamond on the front of this, personalizing the chest, as you see right here, Zap113. These are my channels. We can go further, of course, with the white dyes, or changing the white to something like that, and making our own channels. And what's really nice about these, of course, is you do not need silk touch, you just need a pickaxe. So with those ender chests, I would really like to clean up the underside of this area. There's so many pipes going so many different directions. We have these crafters running into all kinds of different drawers. That is then being piped all the way over here. We have the coal being piped up into the crafters. There's just pipes going every which way. We could actually have these guys up right here, items being pumped into those, and then they can be pumped into a chest, and it can be sent straight over here. The same thing with all of these. The igneous extruders can all be redone. They can be repurposed, and I think what I want to do is tear down the coke oven and place these igneous extruders in the center here so that all of my metal production and stuff is being done on this side of the base, whether it's the kerplunking machines or the igneous extruders. The other part of the ender storage mod is these ender tanks. They act the same exact way as the ender chests, except with fluids. And of course we don't have a cauldron, so we will craft 4 of those. I think I only need 2 of these. But what's really nice, gotta remember to hit the X button with simple storage to put those items in there, is we can pump, let's say lava, because we have lava back here, right? So we're pumping lava into here. You can see it's slowly going up, and if I were to take this guy, you can see we have lava here. And this is an input versus output. You can set this up to have it automatically dumping into machines and stuff. That is not really what we're looking to do. We're just looking at potentially being able to grab this lava from anywhere in the base as opposed to having this tank here. The nice thing is I think we can move these drawers which has a lot of lava in it, but I can move these drawers and have them better situated so that we're producing lava from these hose pulleys. I have 1 here and I have 2 more over here. So I think I want to move these guys over here and have all 3 pumping into the drawer, and then split off the drawer. We can have our ender tank so that we can get to it from inside the base when we need to take buckets of lava. And then it's all over here producing lava for the blaze burners. It's producing lava for the magmatic dynamos. And I think we can set it all up right here. Have our power here. Have our machines here. And then potentially have secondary machines over here where I have our blast chillers. Which these things are no longer working because I have 2,000 ice and 2000 obsidian respectively. The other mod that we need to look into to make all of this work is going to be Flux Networks. This is a very, very powerful mod and not something that we could have gotten into until this point. So it starts off with making Flux, and it says left click the obsidian. We need to place redstone dust on top of obsidian, left click the obsidian, and that will turn it into Flux dust. We can also, of course, use a Flux block. I think we're going to have to go to the overworld and dig down and see if we can't find some bedrock and make some Flux dust. Once we do that, we can make this Flux block, which is just Flux cores. Again, you see why we couldn't get into this. We need obsidian, we need Eyes of Ender, which requires blaze powder. I need 9 Flux dust just to get started. That's so that we can make this Flux block. Then what we want to make is we want to make some Flux storage, right? So we're going to want a basic storage. We're going to want to craft 6 basic storage to get the Herculean. And then I think we want to just go ahead to the gargantuan Flux storage, which means I need 6 Herculean, which means I need 6 basic times 6. I need to craft 36 of these. 36 times 6. I'm not going to do the math in my head. I need a lot of Flux. So I need a lot of redstone, which I've been collecting, and I've got 2,000. I am going to do the math and figure out exactly how much of this we need. We are going to need a Flux controller as well. So this is going to require more Flux blocks. And then I think that's really all we need to get started. We will need a Flux plug, and then we will need Flux points. The Flux points are going to be placed on the machines, and the Flux plug is what we actually place onto the system. So it looks like we need about 32 stacks. I need 223 of these blocks to make everything that I want to. That's just over 31 stacks of redstone dust. So let us grab some redstone. Let us grab a piece of obsidian, which we have just a little bit in the machine, or in the system. I've got more there, and let's go to the overworld and see if we can't dig down and find some bedrock. I think we can. Where do we start Y level wise? We start at Y53. I do have barrel flare lanterns, and I do have mega torches in places because of creeper holes. Let us grab a shovel. And I think it's a flat world, right? So bedrock should be at the bottom. We're about to find out. Boom, 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 down to the bottom we go. Oh, it goes deep. Oh, it's 1 dot. That's right, we're playing on a 1.18 world. Is it dirt all the way to negative 50, negative 64, 65? What is it? I thought it was going to stop at 0. I mean, it is here. Oops. What is the chicken doing? I can't even look at it right now, but unenchanted diamond pickaxe. What a pain. Hi, chicken. Why are you pink? Oh, I got a flight ability token. I worked really hard for the one I have, and I just got one for free. Okay. So let us take our magnet off. We're going to throw this into the system for now. We're going to control Q this onto the ground, and then left click. Nice. So that is 1 stack of flux dust. we need, like I said, roughly 32 more stacks. That's going to require quite a bit of redstone, and I believe it's a little bit more than I have. And I'm not 100% sure if we can do this. Yeah, that is 25, 26 stacks with this one right here. Yep. So I'm pretty sure you can't do that many stacks. And as you see, sometimes it does turn the obsidian into cobblestone. So we have to keep that in mind. We did 2. Shall we try, say, 3? I think if we do more than 1, it's looking like it turns the obsidian into cobblestone, maybe? Let's throw that all in there. So, can we just... no. It did quite a bit of it, but not all of it. Sweet. Well, I'm going to turn the rest of this into flux dust, and then we are going to hopefully have the rest of what we need very, very soon. That was 27 stacks? 25? 25, 26? Something like that. So we will get the rest momentarily. There is always so much microcrafting in this, but I do have the gargantuan flux storage, I do have the flux controller, and the flux plug. This enables wireless charging on our Flux networks. I don't know if we're going to need this. This stores up to 128 million RF-FE, and this, of course, receives energy from the gargantuan storage and then disperses it out. So, what I'm going to need to do is I am going to need to tear down the magmatic dynamos. I need to make... I think I want to make some more alternators. I actually crafted up quite a bit of rose quartz here. And I think what I want to do is I want to make 12 more of these guys. At their max, we can have... I don't know why that keeps happening. What is burning me? So these are using 8,000 stress units, and each one of these can handle 16,000, so I think I can put a total of 8 of these on this setup right here. And if I have a total at 180 RF per tick times 16, that would give me 2,880 RF per tick just running with what we've got. I think we can do that. Yep. So, what I need to do is I need to sand these down so that we can use these to craft the electron tubes. They're used to craft some of these simple storage network upgrades. So I'm just going to focus on the... I'm just going to focus on like the 12 that we need. For now. The one at a time crafting from mechanical crafting with Create is a little bit tedious. I know that there are like these mechanical arms. These guys right here, yeah, they're literally called mechanical arms. You could have these set up to chests and to crafters if you were going to craft a bunch of stuff. But I did craft the 12 alternators, so what I want to do is I first want to see if we can get 2 more of these. Yeah, and it doesn't overstress this. The key is going to be right here. overstressed. Let's see. There we go. So with these 3 arms, we could do a maximum of 6. Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know. So we can do 6 and 6. That is 12, but I actually have 16 here. All right. Well. Back to the drawing board. You know, the comment I got quite a few episodes ago about building a boiler that was just for these, that's probably what we needed to do, because as I put more steam engines in this, it slows these down. Where these are only generating like 6,000 stress units per tick, these are using 8,000 stress units per tick. It's not even really worth it. If I wanted to use an electric motor, I couldn't, because this thing uses 240 FE at 8,000 stress units. Yep, can't even do it. So what I've done is I do have the 6 of these set up. I think this is going to be fine for now. And as you can see, this is only transferring 256 FE per tick. If I click one of these on it, it's going to transfer 32,000. We need to make sure that we do this, so that all of these are transferring that. Now what I need to do is I need to move my other 2 hose pulleys that are for this guy right here. Some of my system is going to go down. It's fine. It's fine. Because I need to move them. So we're just going to do that. We're going to remove all of these. We're going to remove all of this, and we are going to remove both of these. That is awesome. We just need some blocks now. Granite will be fine. It's time for us to put this out here as well. I think we're going to go with the same, like, general location. But I think we want to put it on this level here. Ah, I see you. I see you, lava monster. So I think one there and one here. Yep, like so. And then we can get the hand crank out. We can lower these bad boys down. Start getting them to the position of pumping lava out, at least temporarily, into our blaze burners so that we can keep the boiler going. Now, we have to create ourselves a network. I've got the magmatic dynamos set up here. I have a tank in between what's going on here, so we are collecting excess lava in here. I'm going to keep this thing full. Might look at some bigger upgrades here, but these guys are full. They're full of power. And I think what we need to do now is we need to actually create a new network. My network, we're going to make it red. We don't need it encrypted or anything like that. We'll make the password 1. So there we go. This is my network now. And this doesn't look like it's working. Network settings, networks, network connections. I think what we might be able to do is put the plug. No. No, 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 no. Universal, that's not gonna, let's see, energy. We might have to go like... mechanism? No. Let's see, universal. This we can do. Okay. I think this is all we need. No. Yep. I could have sworn that this is all we would have needed to hook this up would be this. Do we need the configurator? I can't make that. Yeah, I don't have any of the tools required. Well, it seems when I created the network, I needed to make it public, or I needed to apply the password, because now it's working. We've got 5400 FE coming in. This thing is snagging as much as it can and filling up as much as it can. And I do actually have like a flux plug right here, or flux point, that is feeding these machines here. And I have another one feeding the machines over there. Yep. So I do not have anything feeding the diamond stuff, but that is okay. That's perfectly okay. What I want to do now is I want to move these pulverizers and induction smelters up to this location here. Yeah, we're gonna start there. The next thing that I think I want to do is set up these sequential fabricators and have the nether shards being actually crafted or changed in a way that is going to suit us. So what we can do here, now that we have diamonds and stuff, is we can actually add this pipe upgrade, and then right here we can do a round robin, meaning the items will go round and around and around. So let's set the back of these two inputs, and this is gonna be kind of tricky. Because as the things get in here, as the items get in here, I think this needs power before it'll do anything. We have to set it up. So there's going to be quite a bit of work to do. Like this one is going to be glowstone. This one here is going to be redstone. So it's going to start pulling items in, like this one did. This middle one here, we're going to have the nether quartz. And then we'll do the diagonal fluorite and lapis craft. So now that we've got that, these three need to go into crafters, right? And I think we're going to need to make some more sequential fabricators. You can see that stuff is slowly coming in here. I don't know why there's so many of these. But these guys are going to need to go into pulverizers. So I need to make 2 more fabricators. And I'm probably going to run out of machine frames at this point. I need 3 more of these. So, should be able to set these to the bottom is the output. And turn on the auto input and auto output. Then we should be able to turn these on to an input on the top. And this way we can get the different shards. We can start actually collecting something that we've been missing for a while. Let's go ahead and throw those in there. So this one is the fluorite. This one is the nether quartz. And this one is going to be the lapis. Perfect. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to set up drawers and get this established before I just start shoving things in here, which I have a couple of things. I think lapis we're actually going to shove into a drawer here because of that. Quartz, I think we're just going to plop in a drawer similar to that. And then we'll do the same with the fluorite. Probably on this side. And then we need the linking tool to link those in. Glowstone I actually have. And I want to place it in there. So now this is all linked up. We'll link the sand as well. We can start running power to these various machines here. And what we're going to need is we're going to need some pulverizer. I don't believe... Yeah. I've got this one here. I need one more. Quite a few things have happened since the last clip, and I'm not sure where we left off. I think we were working on this stuff down here. This is kind of a jumbled mess, but we did clean up this area over here, as well as this area over here, which is really, really nice. Now, there are a few things that I do want to do, and one of those was I wanted to set up glass production. So I have a resource generator tier 2 with limestone on top of it that is dispensing sand. Half of the sand is going into the storage unit, which I have 709 sand, and half of the sand is coming into this other ender chest, which is then being placed, or has been placed on top of the grinding wheels like that. That is all coming down here and being smelted up, which means I am getting glass. I have 271. Just a bit ago, I had 30. 30 glass. Very, very nice. I'm happy with that. Now, up here, I have a fair bit of machines going on. I have a pyrolyzer, which this thing specifically makes, it does the job of a blast furnace, right? Or a coke oven. This takes coal and turns it into coal coke. We can then take a stack of iron, we can throw that in here, and we can make steel. Now, if we use a coke or coal in the pyrolyzer, it does a couple of different things. In the coke oven, it creates coke and creosote, and that is it. In the pyrolyzer, it also creates tar, as well as creosote. Now, I don't need creosote. We're not dealing with immersive engineering that much. And what I have done is I've actually crafted up this universal pipe. These guys right here. This is made with 2 item pipes, 2 energy pipes, 2 fluid pipes, 2 brass ingots, and a block of constant tan. I am going to need to make some brass before too long because I'm running out of it. But this can transfer liquids and solids, so we're transferring the tar and the creosote into this nullifier, which destroys anything placed into it. Items and fluid inserted with automation are destroyed instantly, meaning I don't have to come in here, but if I were to place something in here, let's say, we'll go with, I don't know, 13 planks. If I were to press or put these in here, you can actually take them back out and then hit this button to decide to destroy them. Very neat thing indeed. So if I want to make steel, I can easily get myself a stack of steel, and looking further ahead, we are going to need some steel, which I have been making bit by bit here and there. The other thing that we need is lumium, and we are crafting up some lumium, so I'm going to let that go. I did also bring my simulation chamber and loot fabricator, and I'm going to keep running the predictions in here. This way we can get ourselves plenty of these predictions. We can get ourselves plenty of ender pearls and plenty of the end prediction matter. Down underneath, I did not set up all of the igneous extruders. I think we're good with cobblestone and cobbled deep slate and basalt for now. Realistically, I don't need any of these resource generators set up either. And as a matter of fact, these things are actually creating resources that are just getting dumped. If I really wanted to, I could bump all of these drawers up, but I think 2,000 of these blocks is going to be good for now. So if I wanted to, I could take all of these resource generators down. We don't really need them, but we're going to leave them for now. I did set up the 4 gold, osmium, silver, and uranium. We set these guys up here. They are sending their items up into a pulverizer that is sending those items into an induction smelter, and then they're being set up here to go into the system. I like this little design. It turned out pretty cool. We moved this setup from over there to here, utilizing our boiler. This stuff is being automatically made. Diamonds and stuff like that we're getting quite a bit of those very nicely. I did also set up the diamond and emerald into these compacting drawers because we've been doing a bunch of the pipe upgrades. And when we go into certain upgrades, maybe it's not the pipe upgrades, it's the storage upgrades, right? It's these, yes. We need diamond blocks. So I don't have to craft it, I just put it into a compacting drawer. I have it right here. We have redstone going in, we have glowstone coming in, we have our fluorite and our nether quartz. And I did pull this drawer off the system. There's still 43,000 nether shards in here. I did put in a pipe upgrade and change this to round robin. So everything down here is full of nether shards, and we're going to process as much of this as we can. That's nice. We're finally keeping up, maybe even getting a little ahead of the system, but I want to process as much of the lapis and stuff as we can. As it comes in, it's being processed. We don't need to speed these machines up. It will slowly go. This has already gone through 10,000 of these shards in about 10 minutes, which isn't too bad. And I think that is about all of the base upgrades that we've got going on. I am going to go around and set up a flux point on the back of the arc furnace. We're going to set one up on the crusher. I've already set one up here on the metal press. Just the machines that we use. Really, the arc furnace, I'm hoping that we can essentially decommission that to where we're not using it that much. But in the event that we do use it, I want to go ahead and have a flux point ready. So I was looking at our power situation, and it looks like this dynamo right here is producing 85% or outputting 85%. This one is outputting 100%. This one is also outputting 100%, as well as this one. So I have 3 that are producing 100% or outputting, and 1 that is outputting 86%, and then the other ones are just kind of idly producing RF, running at 89% efficient. And with the upgrades that they have in them, they will produce a max 480 RF per tick. If we go over here and take a look at our gargantuan storage, you'll see that the FE is ticking plus or minus, but I still have a net positive energy in that storage tank. I did remove the pipes here and just put plugs on this. This is expensive to do, but now that we're getting redstone, this is going to be pretty nice. I do want to eventually upgrade all of these to that as well. So, what is there? 9? There are 9 magmatic dynamos here capable of producing 480 RF per tick. That is 4,320 RF per tick, and then we have the 180 times 6, which is another 1080. So 1080 plus 4,320. That is 5,400 RF per tick. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go AFK, let the rest of this box tick down, get as much glowstone and redstone as I can, probably produce some more steel while I am waiting. And yeah, look at this, 1900, 580, 580, 580. We're gonna want to go ahead and place in a couple of upgrades in here. We're gonna want an upgrade here, here, and definitely here. I don't want 2, I want 1. Ender pearls I'm not really worried about. Gold. Yep, we've got it in there. Some of these did not actually have like upgrades or void upgrades. I think I just put 2 in here. No. Nope, nope, nope. That looks perfect. Excellent. Not 100% sure what we're going to use the fluorite for here. But it does look like the chemical crystallizer from Mechanism. Possibly used in some Mechanism if we need it. What's going to end up happening down here is I'm probably going to shut these 3 sets of sequential fabricators off. I'm most likely going to set the glowstone off and just have redstone being created. Maybe we'll let it go for a little while and see where we're at, but eventually we might just shut this guy down altogether. We're getting a ton of items. We don't need, I mean, I have 40,000. I have 40,000 uranium. And that's not even, I can have 147,000. And what are we even using this for? We can make a simulation chamber. We can make the model framework data module. We can make some plates out of it. Oh, we're going to need it. We're going to need it when we get into power. Okay, well. Anyway, base is upgraded, and I am, happy about the progress that has been made. It's a little more clean, it's a little more tidy, and things are looking very, very nice. I'm happy with the way things are progressing. Hopefully we can get into a little bit better of a power source. I'm not sure. No, it doesn't look like we have extreme reactors, so we might have to go a different route. I don't know. The magmatic dynamos are working very, very well. There are biodiesel generators, and there is the big diesel generator from Immersive Engineering. I don't think I want to go that route, but hopefully we won't need it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you know the routine. Leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Be sure to check the description for all the different ways to follow me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.